Okay, so this is 9.1 day 2 notes, and yesterday we looked at adding polynomials. Today we're going to be looking at subtracting polynomials. So let's first look at subtracting vertically. Now, subtracting is very similar to adding, except you need to remember that subtracting means you add the opposite. So we first need to change the minus sign in front of the parentheses, the second polynomial, to a plus sign, and then change all the signs in that parentheses. So x to the third became a minus x to the third, 8x squared became positive 8x squared, or negative 8x squared became positive 8x squared, positive 4x becomes negative 4x, and positive 11 becomes negative 11. Now we can combine like terms. So our like terms are 2x to the third and negative x to the third. We also have 5x squared and positive 5x squared, positive 8x squared. We also have negative 3x and negative 4x, and we have positive 10 and negative 11. So now we're doing what we did yesterday. Now that we changed that minus sign to a plus, we're just going to combine like terms. So we get x to the third plus 13x squared minus 7x minus 1. All right, let's look at one more of these subtracting vertically. So we have this minus sign in front of the parentheses. So first we're going to change it to a plus and change all the signs inside that parentheses. So we're changing negative 9y to the third to positive 9y to the third, negative 7y squared to positive 7y squared, and positive 3y to negative 3y. Now combining like terms, we have y to the third and positive 9y to the third, 6y squared and positive 7y squared, and negative y and negative 3y. So when we combine like terms, remember you add the coefficients, do not add the exponents. Make sure you keep the exponents the same. So this will be 10y to the third plus 13y squared minus 4y. All right, let's also look at subtracting horizontally. So when we subtract horizontally, again, it's very similar to what we just got through doing. We're first going to change the minus sign in the middle to a plus. Change all the signs that come after it. So it'll be positive 5x cubed will become a negative 5x to the cube to the third. Positive 2x will become negative 2x, and negative 2 will become positive 2. And now we're going to look for like terms. We have 2x cubed and negative 5x cubed. We have 4x squared, and it doesn't have another like term. We have negative 6x and positive 2. And then we have our positive 2x also does not have a like term. So let's look at the matching ones that have like terms. So 2x cubed and 5x cubed will be negative 5x cubed will be negative 3x cubed. 4x squared, we're just going to write it down. I'm writing it down in standard form. Remember that all of these, when you add or subtract, you need to put your final answer in standard form. So after the exponents of 3, as we're going in descending order, will be x squared, so that's a positive 4x squared. Then we have negative 2x, so it will be the next one going down in descending order. And then last will be negative 6 plus 2, which is negative 4. So our answers do need to be in standard form. All right, number 4, we're going to first change that minus sign to a plus. Negative 2d squared will be positive 2d cubed, Negative 2d cubed will be positive 2d cubed. And positive d squared will be negative d squared. All right, so let's combine like terms here. If you want to use the shapes, you can. I'm just going to use the underlining. We have 30d cubed and positive 2d cubed, negative 29d squared and negative d squared, and then we just have negative 3d. All right, so combining like terms, 30d cubed and plus 2d cubed would be 32d cubed. Negative 29d squared and negative d squared would be negative 30d squared. And then negative 3d doesn't have anything that we're adding it to, so it's just going to stay the same. So again, notice that my answer is in standard form. The degrees go in order from greatest to smallest. All right, number 5. So this one has more than one variable in each term. So I'm going to first show you how to combine like terms, and then we'll look at how to write it in standard form. So first, let's change all the signs. Change that minus sign to a plus. X cubed y will be negative. 8xy squared will be positive. 12x squared y will be negative. All right, so let's look for our like terms. 3xy squared and 8xy squared are like terms. we have 4x squared y and negative 12x squared y are like terms. And then one that we're going to be seeing a little bit of is where the order is switched. They both have an x to the third. They both have a y. Even though they're not in the same order, these are considered like terms because they both have the same variables with the same exponents. So those are like terms. So when we add these together, remember again, we do not add the exponents. So when we add 3xy squared and positive 8xy squared, we get 11xy squared. When I add positive 4x squared y and negative 12x squared y, I get negative 8x squared y. When I add negative y x cubed and negative x cubed y, I get negative 2x cubed y. Because one of them's in a different order than the other one, they're still like terms, but when we write the final answer, we usually use the one that's in alphabetical order. So negative 2x cubed y is how we write that one. All right, so now let's look at how to write this in standard form. So we look at the variable that comes first in the alphabet. X and y, x comes first in the alphabet. So we're going to look at its exponent, its degree. So the x that has the biggest degree or biggest exponent will be the third, x to the third. Then we have x squared, and then we have x to the first. So that's the order we're going to write this in. Negative 2x cubed y minus 8x squared y plus 11x y squared. Okay? All right, let's look at one more example. This says find the missing length. They're giving us the perimeter, 40x minus 8, and they give us this shape over here, which is a 5-sided shape. It's a pentagon. There's 5 sides. 4 of the sides are given. We have 3x, we have 5x plus 10, 4x minus 9, and 3x plus 12. We're trying to find this side. Okay, so in order to do that, we're first going to add all the given side lengths, all the side lengths that they tell us that they are. So we have 3x, we have 5x plus 10, 4x minus 9, and 3x plus 12. So we're going to add all those together. All right, so combining like terms, 3x plus 5x plus 4x plus 3x, and positive 10 minus 9 plus 12. So when we combine like terms, we get 15x plus 13. And that's when you add all those 4 sides together. The second thing we're going to do is take the perimeter, 40x minus 8, minus the sum of the side lengths. And notice I was very specific. I put the side lengths in parentheses. The sum of the side lengths goes in parentheses. That's important. So we're going to write down the perimeter, 40x minus 8, minus parentheses, and then we're going to put 15x plus 13 in the parentheses. Now we're going to change the signs. So we change that minus sign in the middle to a plus. 15x becomes negative, 13 becomes negative. Now combine like terms. 40x minus 15x and negative 8 minus 13. So when we combine like terms, we get 25x minus 21. That is your missing side length. Okay? All right, so that's the end of this video. It's the only video for this lesson. Next, move to the student problems and the Google form.